The consumer price index in the United States rises 7% over the past year. This is the highest since 1982. The source is CNBC. Yesterday came the news, 7%, and if you're excluding food and energy, the CPI was up 5.5%. And the stock market reacted positively, and also the crypto space accordingly. And you might ask, if the inflation is so high, 7%, why is everybody so positive and why isn't the stock market or the crypto market going down? Well, it was expected to be 7% by economists and analysts. So this means that the target was met and everybody accepted the number, and also seeing that the inflation numbers will decrease over time. So this is why there is a positive sentiment in the market. The second positive thing that I want to mention is on the COVID crisis. Bill Gates, once the Omicron variant passes, COVID will be more like the seasonal flu, and it would be very good news if that is the case, because if that is the case, the complete lockdown, worldwide lockdown will decrease, economy will be growing, all the logistic channels will be open again in time. So this will be a good boost for the market, for crypto, for the stock market, for everybody. So two positive news items that I wanted to treat before I go into the crypto space. So this is positive. Looking at crypto, if we start at looking at Bitcoin, and we'll take a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, there are two levels to keep a close eye on, because there's a potential double top, like I mentioned earlier, but then the price would need to go beneath the $28,500. And as you can see, Bitcoin got a bounce at around $39,500. So this blue zone here, which is the resistance in June 21 when we had the first correction. So this is the top of the blue box, and the bottom is where we got support twice now. So it would be great to see Bitcoin holding up the level of $40,000. The first thing that we need to take a look at is the resistance of where we had previously support, which is around $45,500. And if we take a look at the retracement for Bitcoin and which levels are also important to watch to get more bullish again for Bitcoin, because there's a long way to go. We are still in a downward trend. So the news of yesterday and the bounce that we see here, this is not the bounce yet that we need to go back to bullish again. So first, we need to go above the 45,000 US dollars. That would bring us back to this movement here, which we could then say, okay, this was a fake out and we're still moving sideways. And of course, the bull market support band. That's what we need to cross eventually. And for Bitcoin to go back to bullish, I would say Bitcoin would need to go back to this golden pocket over here. And that means around $58,633. And only then will be able to set newer highs in the upcoming time. So the current news is bullish though. So this will help Bitcoin, the crypto space, to prevent Bitcoin falling down this ceiling. You can also see that there's a little bit more volume coming in, which is good. So the bottom is being bought by smart money. A lot of people who are panicking here in this situation might be selling their Bitcoin. It's always a dangerous and tricky point to sell your crypto, because you don't know whether we get a bounce and go up. So you will be re-entering here probably, and you're taking the money that you would have gained here. You will miss that, or Bitcoin will fall lower, and which will probably be an ideal bottom to buy in back into Bitcoin. So what could you do? You could do a couple of things. You could dollar cost average your way into crypto, meaning you buy crypto like once a month or once a week or every day, or you can wait for Bitcoin to move across the $45,500, or like I said, the level of $58,000. There are a lot of scenarios that you can play out. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm just waiting, to be honest, waiting for Bitcoin to move past this 45,500 level or to fall below the 40,000 level. So it's exciting times, but good news. So there is a strong possibility that Bitcoin will either move sideways for a little bit or will go to test this 45,500 level. And if it breaks and holds as support, get a retest and goes either sideways or up again, that would be a very good phase 2 of this probable inversion that we might be looking at here. If we take a look at the S&P 500, because there is a correlation between stock market and crypto space, so we need to take a look at how the S&P 500 is doing. And the S&P 500 got a bounce this week on the bull market support band, which is the 21 exponential moving average and the 20 simple moving average, which is good. Got a nice bounce, as you can see here. So it's still looking bullish for the S&P 500, which is important also for the crypto space. Then if we take a look at Ethereum, the same box, different area of course, got a nice bounce here. And Ethereum is looking to retest this level of $3,660, which was previously here as resistance and then flipped into support and fell through it. So like Bitcoin has it at 45,500, Ethereum has it at 3,662-ish. So that's the level that we're looking for Ethereum to break and to go higher. And if we take a look at the retracement levels, we go from the high to the low, then you can see that the 0.618 level that's being tested over here and rejected. And then the golden pocket for the fib levels, which is around 4,193 as the top. That's what we're looking to break with Ethereum to go up to set even newer all-time highs. That, of course, is the most bullish scenario, and we need to take a look at that Ethereum will hold these levels, and if it doesn't, then ultimately this is the last resort for Ethereum for a potential double top situation to play out, and meaning a very strong bearish reversal. And that would bring Ethereum to $1,700 and then even lower if that will be broken. Cardano made it back into this upwards trend line and all is fighting at the previous all-time high, which was met in beginning of 2018. You can see it right here. This has been the peak on January 2018, and now at the moment ADA is struggling to find support above the previously all-time high. So for me that's important that ADA will break through here, and it did peak, did have a glance above the all-time high, previous all-time high at $1.35, but then got rejected and now is sitting around $1.29. But looking at all the news, there's a high probability that ADA in the next couple of days will break through this level to find support and to slowly climb out of this. And if I would draw a trend line on where it would be nice for ADA to break through, of course you can, depending on which time frame you're drawing it, but if we take a little bit a shorter time frame, I would say that ADA will likely to get resistance around at $1.44. And if we go back even into greater timelines, then we could also draw another line, and we could say that okay, we need to break through this one first, and then we can bounce a little bit, either sideways or maybe bounce a little bit slightly upwards, and then finally we have to break this line of resistance to go further up. And of course also for the relative strength index, if we take a look, this is August, this is on the daily. It will need to surely rise. We would love to see ADA going above 60 again, but as you can see, we might need to retest this. We might get a rejection, get a bounce, but we have to break through these trend lines to set new all-time highs. So we're getting resistance in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks will be exciting for the whole crypto space, and thus also for ADA. But for now, the first struggle is to get above the previously all-time high. Finally, the last coin that I want to take a look at is Fantom. Fantom is doing fantastic. It's also almost setting a new all-time high. As you can see over here, it's just a few percentage away. We're talking about 12%, and Fantom will set in a new all-time high. It's looking really bullish. It's still in the reversal, so we're not definitely in the uptrend going past this one. But let's say that this trend will continue and Fantom will move above the $3.46. We could draw a possible Fibonacci trend, and we could say, okay, we will draw A to B, the C over here, and then we can take a look at what Fantom will give us potentially as a new all-time high. If this were to play out, then we could possibly say that the price of $5.20 is in range. That would be a price that I will be taking a look at. And if it goes through these levels, then I will be inclined to put a stop limit around a level lower. And if it even goes higher to 200%, we need to take a look at the RSI levels for it not to go highly above the 80, because then there will be a correction, probably. It's still a very interesting coin to get into. And also for Fantom, you can get some pretty nice staking rewards as well on the decentralized platform. I'm not sure if you heard of it, so I'll give you a peek. So you can stake Fantom at Tomb Finance, which is a decentralized exchange. And on the Cemetery, you can stake Fantom with Tomb or T-Share Fantom. And if you're staking Tomb Fantom, you can earn 128% a year, which is 0.35% daily. And if you're staking Fantom with T-shares combined, you can get 236% interest per year, which is 0.65% per day. Of course, very nice. You can and you have to use Spooky Swap with that. If you guys are interested, I can make a dedicated video on this, how I make passive money on these kind of exchanges. And there's also another interesting way to simplify it for you. That's Millennial Finance. And you can just put depending on which one you choose, don't look at the APYs here, because the dailies are the same as here on Tomb Finance. So Tomb FTM is 0.35% per day. Tomb FTM 0.34% every day. So I'm not sure why this is saying 239%, because it says here 128. I don't know, but you can make a ton of money on it. So as a project, I'm staking some money here. You can see it's worth a little over $1,000 each. And if you want, for example, would like to stake a T-Share Fantom on the Millennial Finance, you need the Fantom protocol. You need to add that on your MetaMask or wallet, or depending on which wallet you use. The easy thing is you don't have to go to Spooky Swap and go all through the complex steps. You can just select here that you will have Fantom. You can add Fantom, which is in your wallet. Just add like 100%, and it will put it in the liquidity pool and do everything automatically for you. So it's really easy, and then you're starting to make interest. And that, which is more because on Binance, for example, you can get 1% flexible interest rate on a Fantom. And of course, we would like to have as much money making passively of our crypto as possible. So concluding this fourth video of Richer in Crypto, it's an interesting, probably very interesting bounce. There's positive news. Let's hope that the positive news will continue and that we will go up into continue towards the upside of the market. And if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. So thank you for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.